Welcome. Today we're pulling back the curtain on City Hall, the 1996 political drama that promised a gritty look at New York City politics, but became a case study in Hollywood compromise. Starring Al Pacino as Mayor John Pappas and John Cusack as his idealistic deputy mayor, Kevin Calhoun, the film is a moral maze of corruption, loyalty, and power. The story originated not with a screenwriter, but with Ken Lipper, a former deputy mayor under Ed Koch. In the late 1980s, Lipper, wanting to dramatize the complexities of municipal government, penned a dense, highly detailed novel. Hollywood took notice, and by 1992, a film adaptation was in development at Columbia Pictures. The production journey was rocky from the start. Director Harold Becker, known for Sea of Love, came aboard early. The initial script, by Paul Schrader, was reportedly a dark, cynical, and sprawling epic, far from the more conventional thriller the studio envisioned. This clash of visions would define the entire process. Budget details are elusive, but industry estimates from the Time Place City Hall in the $50 million range, a substantial sum for a mid-90s drama. A significant portion went to the star-studded cast. Al Pacino, fresh off his Oscar win for Scent of a Woman, commanded a salary in the $10 million neighborhood. John Cusack, then a rising star, was a more affordable but crucial get. The supporting cast was a powerhouse: Bridget Fonda, Danny Aiello, Martin Landau, and David Paymer. The budget also covered extensive New York location shooting, which added authenticity but also logistical cost and complexity. The script became a battleground. After Schrader's draft, acclaimed playwright and screenwriter Bo Goldman, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, was brought in for rewrites. His version, too, was considered too dark and politically nuanced. Finally, the studio turned to Nicholas Pileggi, co-writer of Goodfellas, to streamline the plot and inject more thriller elements. This writing by committee approach led to significant tonal shifts. Scenes were added to heighten the personal conflict between Pacino's charismatic, compromised mayor and Cusack's principal deputy. The original ending, said to be far more ambiguous and bleak, was reshot to provide a more conclusive, morally clear resolution. On set, tension simmered. Reports suggest Pacino, a meticulous actor, was frustrated by the evolving script and the pressure to make his character more likable. Harold Becker had to constantly mediate between the actor's desire for depth and the studio's demand for a commercially viable product. The film's release in February 1996 was met with mixed reviews. Critics praised the performances, particularly Pacino's commanding presence, but many found the plot convoluted, and the conclusion a sanitized version of a dirtier story. It was called well-acted, but ultimately hollow, and a missed opportunity. At the box office, City Hall was a financial disappointment. It opened at number 2, behind Broken Arrow, but quickly faded. Its domestic gross topped out at around $20 million. Worldwide, it barely scraped past $40 million, failing to recoup its production budget, let alone marketing costs. So why does City Hall endure? First, its prescience. The plot involves a police shooting, political cover-ups, and backroom deals with real estate developers, themes that feel ripped from today's headlines. The film captures a specific, gritty pre-Giuliani New York atmosphere that is now historical. Second, the performances. Pacino's Mayor Pappas is a masterclass in political charm. Masking moral decay, his Abraham Lincoln speech is iconic. Cusack provides the perfect moral anchor. The supporting cast, especially Landau as a weary judge, adds immense texture. Finally, City Hall stands as a fascinating artifact of 90s studio filmmaking. A film where artistic ambition collided with commercial imperative. The final product is a hybrid, part intelligent political drama, part mainstream thriller. You can see the seams, but you can also see the greatness that almost was. In the end, City Hall is more than its box office tally. It's a compelling, flawed snapshot of power, a showcase for legendary actors, and a behind-the-scenes story of Hollywood's constant struggle between art and commerce. It's a film that deserves a second look, not just for what it is, but for what it tried to be. Thanks for watching. What's your take on City Hall? A forgotten classic or a noble failure? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into cinema's hidden stories.